Asphodel Archives. Number 1. The Meadows of Asphodel. Death and Belief in Ancient Greece. In the beginning, death was not chaos. It was a journey, a passage across dark waters, structured by rites as old as memory itself. The ancient Greeks did not imagine death as an ending. They imagined it as crossing over, a transfer, from the world of sunlight to the shadowed realms below. And like all Greek endeavors, it was ordered, ritualized, and governed by tradition. The ferryman and the fair. At the center of this passage stood Charon, the ferryman of Hades. His oar cut through the waters of the Styx and Acheron, ferrying souls to lands of the dead. His price was small but non-negotiable, a single coin, often an oval, placed in the mouth or on the eyes of the deceased. Without it, the soul could not cross. To skip this step was unthinkable. A spirit left unburied or unpaid would wander eternally, unseen, unheard, a ghost without rest. The Asphodel Meadows. Once across, the fates of souls diverged. Heroes and poets might find themselves in Elysium, a realm of endless spring. The wicked in Tartarus, punished in the shadows. But the vast majority, ordinary men and women, drifted to the meadows of Asphodel. There souls wandered not in torment but in stillness, a quiet eternity. Neither reward nor punishment, but the neutrality of death itself. It was a democracy of the dead, where every life, noble or humble, returned to dust without pride or pain. The rites of passage. The rites that guided this journey were sacred. The prothesis, the laying out of the body, began with careful washing, anointing, and dressing by the woman. Then came the ekphora, the dawn, processing through the streets, torches, flutes, lamentation, also by woman. Finally, burial or cremation. Both were practiced in Greece, though meanings shifted over time. What mattered was not the method, but the ritual. To be honored, named, and guided home to the earth or fire. The Iliad and the Fire of Farewell. One of the earliest and most vivid depictions of Greek funerary ritual comes from Homer's Iliad, the funeral of Patroclus, Achilles' beloved companion. After Patroclus falls to Hector, Achilles' grief transforms into ritual purpose. He promises his friend a funeral worthy of a hero, for only then may his soul pass peacefully to Hades. When night falls, Achilles dreams of Patroclus, the spirit pleading, "Bury me quickly, that I may pass the gates of Hades. The souls, the images of the dead, hold me afar, and will not let me join them beyond the river." The river, of course, is the Styx. Until the fire consumes his body, Patroclus cannot cross. And so Achilles builds a pyre of pine and oak. He lays upon it honey, oil, the bodies of 12 Trojan captives, and the horses and hounds of Patroclus, sacrificed to accompany their master. Then, in the stillness before dawn, Achilles cuts a lock of his golden hair and places it in Patroclus' hands. The flame rises, devouring flesh and grief alike. When only ashes remain, Achilles pours wine to cool them, and gathers them into a golden urn, a gift from Dionysus, vowing that one day his own bones will rest beside them. In this ritual, cremation is not destruction, it is release. Fire becomes a passage, the bridge between mortal and divine. The flame carries the body upward, while the soul descends below. Law and dignity. To the Greeks, to be denied these rights was worse than death itself. Sophocles' Antigone tells of a sister defying the law of kings to obey the older, higher law, that every body must be buried, that every soul must cross. Burial was not a sentiment, it was justice. It maintained the balance between the living and the dead, between order and chaos. Legacy of the rites. The Greeks remind us that death was never disorder, it was compliance with sacred order, divine law, and the shared dignity of humanity. Their rituals, the washing, the coin, the fire, made sure no one was forgotten. To be properly buried or burned was to remain part of the story. To cross the Styx was to find belonging, even beyond the veil. Across the River is written and narrated by Karen's Infant. This part of Asphodel Archives, a series on death, myth, and memory, was the first one. Next episode is about Rome's funeral clubs and catacombs, how citizens build community even in death. We would love to see you there, and goodbye.